This episode of Krawlstars is brought to you by Artec Revolution and Mid-Soda Trailers in association with the original Spider Web Shade, Bison Coolers, PSC Motorsports, Klecker Knives, Factor 55, and Forever Wave. It's trail day. Everyone is up early with excitement. I headed outside and ran into Donnie Moss.
It's early. I ain't having my coffee yet.
That's all right.
How y'all doing? Donnie Moss, Artec. 2009 JKU built by RPM Extreme, 5.3 liter LS. The theme on my rig here is a tribute build to Jeff Coos, the Blue Angels pilot. Smyrna, Tennessee air show a couple years back. His plane lost controls. He couldn't pull up. Still had steering side to side or down, and was headed toward the crowd and chose not to eject, chose to steer away from the crowd, steer the plane into the ground to save the crowd. So we did a tribute build to him, and they've now built a memorial there in Smyrna at the air base. If y'all want to walk down, we'll show you the Jeep. I was in the Navy for a few years back in the 70s, so it kind of fit right in. And this is Jeff Coos's plane, number 6, Blue Angels. That's the definition of fun right there. Krawltech Revolution inner fenders, Krawltech Revolution rockers. And of course, we got Adams drive shafts. Is there any other?
As more participants headed outside, you can feel the anticipation growing. Finally, it's time for us to get out and stretch our legs.
We're getting ready to head over to AOP. All the groups will go over there from the hotel. We're gonna stage. The guys at AOP will all air down and get ready to go. They'll be able to go directly onto the trails, and Group A will head over to the Cove. We'll air down over there after going through the river crossing and enjoy a good day of wheeling. So first day on the trails, it's always where the excitement and anticipation is built up, and we can't wait. So here we go. Woo!
We were only 2 miles away from AOP when Donnie had a catastrophic failure. Sheared wheel studs. A handful of us stopped to lend a hand in any way possible.
Well, it'll pop out the studs because they're still there.
I don't think they're sheared. They're probably in there, huh?
I don't think they're sheared. No, they're sheared, dude.
Are they sheared?
Oh, they're sheared. Oh, yeah. They're you would still see them.
Where's your tire land?
My brother ran it down with a truck and put his truck in front of it to stop it.
Alright, what you want to do is you're going down the middle of the road after you got back.
Go get Will.
I saw the white truck. I watched that white Dodge. He passed me coming down the hill, and then I looked and I seen another Jeep. I seen him. He's off on the side. Like, I'm like, what's going on here? I never saw that damn tire.
They don't have.
I don't know how I did, but I guess I did.
I got whatever you need back there.
Hey, a little excitement this morning, Gabe. So I was the first one to trash his rig here this year at JPTrex. that it might have been from snatching second gear and barking in 37s one time too many, but I would never admit that on camera.
While some of the guys started making phone calls to get repairs, Troy started tearing down the axle for replacements. Finally, some good news.
Okay, we've got Amber and Brad is donating to Donnie, and he's going to take care of them financially, whatever it takes. A spare set of axle shafts that we're going to just probably slide in to get him to AOP. His brother Ray is bringing grade 8 half-inch by 22-inch bolts. So that if that's worst case scenario, we'll thread those into his aftermarket alloys. And also Tom's 4x4 of Chattanooga is bringing us some shafts that will replace these with the proper thread-in studs. So once again, Jeep community and JPTrex coming together, getting it done, sponsors and all.
After Troy got the replacement part in, we were AOP bound. In the South, wheeling is described as muddy. Boy, they sure weren't lying. Sometimes, winching is the only way up an obstacle to prevent any sort of carnage. However, if your name is Dave and you have a 6'4" Hemi in your Jeep, just use more throttle and send it. How'd you fare on this hill climb?
I don't want to talk about it.
This little ledge here, it used to be just a nice slick clay hill, but look what it is now.
Hey Matt, just circle back around.
Yeah, just go that way. Basically what these guys need to do is come up at an angle so they can get all the tires to connect and bump it all the way up. So, a little bit of horsepower.
Heck yeah. I use both my horsepower.
Right before that he said, "Postage required," and sends it.
It looks like others got the message loud and clear. Throttle is your best friend.
I'm just a light-skinned brother. I'm a cracker American.
Just a little bit of an angle.
I'm not racially motivated. I treat everybody like just like crap. Here you are a Jeep. You can crawl or you can't. Some malls are better than others. So you don't have a Jeep.
What about the XJs?
Probably still do better than you. That depends on whether or not they've already ripped the front bumper off or not. If they don't have a front bumper, then they're way better than you.
There is just something about the sound of a roaring motor, screeching tires, and flung pebbles and rocks hitting everything in its way. For us dirt worshippers, it's rock symphony. For anyone unable to make it up this obstacle, don't worry, here's your bypass. You getting a kick out of watching out-of-towners on these Southern Hills?
Yes, mostly you, because you were sweating sitting in the shade at the beach and doing absolutely nothing other than carrying on a conversation. And now you have to carry a gimbal, you have to run up and down rocks, you have to try to keep your balance.
Grocery store at 12 o'clock at midnight.
You look a little wet. You look like you fell into a stream.
Even within a park, it is still possible to get separated and lost. While on the way to the next trail, part of the group was separated and made a wrong turn somewhere.
Got a little bit confused on the left turn on one of the main trails, but I think everybody's get back in line, and we're about to hit JW4. Some pretty good obstacles up ahead. Probably grab some lunch after that.
How's the day going so far?
Pretty good. I think everybody's getting a good taste of what AOP has to offer so far. It requires a little bit of horsepower and quite a bit of skinny pedal sometimes, and people are having fun.
Sometimes or all the time?
Pretty much all the time.
How much more difficult would this be if it was remotely just slightly more wet?
The trails just in the South in general, you can't run what you want to run, difficulty-wise. The primary trails become triple black diamonds sometimes. Just snotty, nasty mud here at AOP just takes up your tires and can't hardly get up anything with a rock on it. So, pretty rough.
All of a sudden, I hear a commotion and head over to see what's going on.
Oh.
Hey! Whoa, what in the f***?
I knew you'd get a kick out of that.
I don't think he can fly.
I don't think he can fly anymore either, because he just did a backflip with a double gainer off the tailgate.
Ready?
Yeah, it is.
It needs to be killed, whatever it is, because it might breed more and then kill us.
That's true. He could be faking injury too.
Don't hurt him, Gabe. His father.
He's faking injury to Lord.
Whoa, hey,
Okay, never
get
mind.
away.
He can fly.
Never mind.
Once we were done with lunch and the huge bugs were done freaking us out, we were back on the move. How much do you want to bet this kid is going to own his own Jeep in about 15 years?
Just so you know, the kid's still sleeping.
There are some days you draw all aces, and other days, not so much. For Donnie, today has been a parts struggle.
Out with all the carnage today, you know, tearing everything up.
Oh, here's that steering.
But it still runs, it just don't go nowhere. We're almost ready to finish this hill. So he's gonna back that video up a half a second. We're gonna finish from there, and you're never gonna know I was broke.
Up here on the right, GWT.
GWT.
See?
Did he tell you what GWT was for?
No.
It's named after, it's George Winter Trail. It's a guy that came out to the park all the time, and I don't know if he helped in the very beginning, but he passed away. So it was one of his favorite trails, so they named the trail after him. There's actually a memorial of beer cans up there for him.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Little plaque.
We were almost done with the day, and then
Hey, you got something hanging loose. Ripped a, looks like he sheared a upper link joint right in half, and it tore a brake line off. So we're vice gripping it up and zip tying it up, and gonna do some more trail riding, I guess. Is that how they're shaped?
no. Mackie got patched up and was right back at it. seems like today is just a good day for breaking parts. Trevor broke a front axle shaft and had to winch out. And then
that was a huge joint.
He was able to limp out in 3-wheel drive. After trail rides, it's pretty common to talk about the day's mishaps.
Explain that.
Yeah. Well, they told me to hug the tree. I thought he said kiss the tree, so I left my mark. I kissed the tree. That tree belongs to me now, by the way. It's got my mark on it.
Well, yeah, you kiss it, lick it, it's yours, right? Yeah, that's the rule.
Exactly. If you know how to read scratch language, it says Redneck Romeo.
Yeah.
Next time on Krawlstars.